I was quite curious on this question by Rishabh Bhatnagar, NDTV Profit. What is the rationale for higher than given tax rate being passed by companies? Now, first of all, I did give you stages by stages. If something was at 12 and it came down to 5, and if there are issues of input cost going up, and as a result of the input cost being higher, there would be some kind of a reduction in the actual tax that is being passed on because the output is being taxed far lesser. There will be a weighted average based on which we expect people to benefit and that benefit to be transferred. Sometimes there are manufacturers who think that beyond the weighted average they can go. They have not gone beyond what I have given. 12 to 5, they have not gone to 2. They are not saying, okay, I will only take 2% of tax. But within that realm of reaching 5, weighted average is what I am saying. They could have given this much because of tax at the input stage being different from tax at the output stage. But they've gone beyond the weighted average. So that's where they're passing on more than what you expect them to give because of the differential between the input tax and the output tax. So nowhere have they gone beyond what we have reduced. It'll be a utopian world, I would think, if that happens. But that is the answer for your first one, rationale for higher than. And the monitoring of complaints, what is the level of complaints received? I'd like to say this for also somebody who asked about questions on consumer affairs, receiving complaints, how many have been attended to, and so on. See, the total number of cases which the consumer affairs have received, or complaints or grievances that they've received, is 3,169 grievances which have been received by the Department of Consumer Affairs. And 3,075 grievance of this 3,169, from that 3,075 grievances have been forwarded to nodal officer in the CBIC. Because about 94 of them, the grievances have been resolved at the Consumer Affairs Ministry's level itself. So 3,169 total grievances received, 94 sorted out by Department of Consumer Affairs themselves, 3,075 grievances have been forwarded to the nodal officer of CBIC, who has started handling it, and that is why if you go to the website you will find in process. The grievance is in process. We are handling them. So I want to also assure that majority, at a first go, the preliminary first cut understanding of these grievances that we have is majority of the cases pertain to complainants have perceived the GST taxation cut to be like this, whereas it is something else, and they think, oh my, that is the number. Like this weighted average aspect, they probably didn't know. So as a result, they have come up with complaints. The Department of Consumer Affairs has been requested to enable a functionality in their portal itself, which will allow the nodal office and on the portal so that the nodal officer will be able to forward such complaints to the respective chief commissioners for the necessary examination and resolution. Because a complaint coming to Department of Consumer Affairs may be true, but probably true of that one particular zone and not of everybody else. So we are asking them to give a functionality in the Consumer Affairs portal in which they will give us that information so that we can immediately pass it on to the principal commissioner who needs to handle that. So complaints are being handled, and this is how it goes, and that's for NDTV Profit. The rest will go to